Are we ready?
Okay, it's still a little before 2, so I don't know if everybody's on yet. Who do we have there?
This is Mr. Terrell Everett. I'm not sure what position he is. I don't have the
Position number
calendar.
1.
He's position 1, yes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ms. Thomas. How are you, Mr. Long?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Let's see, is this your case, Ms. Thomas?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and Mr. Long, are you presenting?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so I guess we can go ahead and do this. Good afternoon, Mr. Everett. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court.
One
Yes.
second. I'm about to log in for the interpreter on.
I don't see her on as of yet. And we need her for position number 2. Is that right, Ms. Thomas?
Position number 2 and position number 3, but position number 2 is still going to be a reset. We haven't been able to get down there we have been down there, but they haven't allowed us to see her to get her waiver and speak with her just yet. So she's going to be another reset.
So reset for tomorrow, 1/6.
Yes.
Okay. And you were going to need to speak with position 3 prior to it.
Yes.
All right, and where's position 3 going to be? Is position 3 going to be in courtroom 2, or is it going to be
Courtroom
South
1.
End? It's going to be in courtroom 1. Okay.
Yes.
All
And
right.
I have positions 1 and 3, and Miss Gant has the remaining positions.
Okay, so once we complete this case, then I see that the interpreter, Madam Interpreter's on. So once we get to courtroom 3, then we can put you all in a breakout room there.
Okay.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Everett. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar. We are conducting this calendar this afternoon by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Everett, you've been charged in case 22 CR 000057B with simple battery. Is there a history, Ms. Harrison? Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. 32 cycles, last arrest August of 2021 for simple battery in Fulton County. No disposition listed. Record indicates the defendant is currently on probation in Fulton County for aggravated assault. Case 14 SC 128229, sentenced December of 2014, 4 years confinement and 16 years probation. Additional open probation in Clayton County for battery. Case 20 CR 02055, sentenced December of 2020, 21, 12 months probation. Record indicates the defendant has 2 failure to appear and 5 violations of probation within the past 10 years. Misdemeanor, he has a 2008 battery, a 2010 battery with visible harm, a 2014 battery, all conviction misdemeanor. He has a 2008 aggravated assault. Nothing further to add.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Harrison. Mr. Long?
Thank you, Your Honor. This incident is from October the 4th of 2021. It occurred at the Fulton County Jail. The defendant was an inmate. He struck Brian Bush, who was another inmate. Brian Bush is B-R-I-A-N. Bush is common spelling. He struck him in the face with a closed fist, causing Mr. Bush to fall to the floor and sustain a small gash to his left kneecap. This was observed by a detention officer. The defendant, at the time when this occurred, hit Mr. Bush when Mr. Bush was just getting his tray and walking back to his cell. Currently, there's no bond on this. He is in custody as well on another simple battery case, as well as the probation violation from the 2014 case. The state is recommending $8,000 surety for this case. No further contact with Brian Bush. Stay away from Mr. Bush's address of 201 Washington Street, Southwest, Atlanta. No weapons, drugs, or alcohol. 1-day anger awareness, MHET. The state's aware that $8,000 is a high surety bond to request, but going back to 2007, this defendant has 3 prior aggravated assault convictions, 3 prior battery convictions, a 2010 robbery by force conviction, And our present incident occurred while he was in custody on a September 2021 simple battery. And he's also being held on that VOP on the aggravated assault case from 2014, which originally involved him throwing a brick at someone's head. As stated, he does have 2 prior failure to appears. Those are from 17 and 19 from Fulton and DeKalb. And we believe that he's a threat to the community because the facts in this case suggest a seemingly random and unprovoked attack in a secured environment. So for those reasons, we are asking for the $8,000 surety. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Long. Ms. Thomas?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Everett is 32 years of age. He's been a Georgia resident since he was 9 years of age. He did express that he does still have family residing in the Atlanta area. Mr. Everett did express to me that he is denying these allegations. As you heard, this is from an October incident date. Mr. Everett has been in custody since September and has been serving time on his probation revocation. He does have a release date for February 1st. And he did express to me that he does not have the financial means to make any bond amount right now, but he anticipates going back to work once he is able to be released. He has a job lined up for with a moving company, and he also has a place to stay once released, which he'll be residing in the Atlanta area. But as I stated, Your Honor, he does not have the means to make certainly not an $8,000 bond, being that he's been in custody for over 100 days now, Your Honor. If the court is not inclined on granting a signature bond for this simple battery offense, I am asking for a bond amount no more than $500 at this time.
Okay, the reset dates for everyone, well, the reset date for the state all-purpose calendar is going to be January 18th. So with that in mind, it's going to be $1,000 good bond, no further contact with Brian Bush. Stay away from 201 Washington Street Southwest. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. And we'll take a look at it again at the SAP calendar.
Your Honor, you said 201 Washington Street?
That's what Mr. Long indicated.
I think this was at the...
Yes, the incident occurred at the jail, but that's the victim's address. So we're just asking for a stay away from the victim's address.
Okay.
Apparently he's out of custody, Ms. Thomas, I would imagine, right, Mr.
No.
Long? No, Mr. Bush is not out of custody?
Oh.
Mr. Long, do you know?
I do not know, Your Honor.
Okay, well, let's just say, if that is Mr. Bush's address, he's to stay away from that. If Mr. Bush is still in custody, I don't know how we can, if they're both in custody, then there's no further violent contact with Mr. Bush, because I don't know if they will run into each other in the jail or not. Okay, Mrs. Falk,
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Your Honor. Mr. Bush is still in custody.
Okay, so thank you. So no further violent contact with Mr. Bush because they're both in custody. All right, good luck to you, Mr. Everett.
Release February the 1st now. Oh, you're released right February the 1st now, right?
Mr. Everett, that is pertaining to your
I
felony
got a
matter.
release date. I got a release date from February the 1st.
Right.
I'm telling you, time served from last year I've been here for this misdemeanor.
So, Mr. Everett, that pertains to your felony case, okay? That's not a matter right now that we're gonna take up.
I'm getting released February the 1st, right?
Mr. Everett, you're going to be, for this case, you're going to be reset to the what's called the state all-purpose calendar. That's going to be on the 18th, okay? So we'll take a look at it again on the 18th, given that you expect to be released on your other charge, okay?
All right.
So you'll see me again, okay?
All right.
All right. Have a good afternoon.
Next, we have Ms. Journal Robinson.
And let's go ahead and put,
breakout.
right, let's go ahead and put Ms. Thomas in the breakout room with courtroom 1 and with the Spanish interpreter, please. Are you with me, Mr. Jordan? Okay, I guess so. Tell me again, Who's in courtroom 2?
Dermot Robinson.
Okay, this is position number 5. Good afternoon. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me? No, that's all right. You've been charged in case 22 CR 000053G with simple battery family violence. Is your history, Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, second arrest. First arrest was January of 2021, reckless conduct and criminal trespass in Henry County. She is currently on probation for simple battery family violence in Henry County. 21 CR 00219, sentenced November of 2021, 12 months probation, and it appears to be first offender's probation. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Duncan.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This incident took place at 4432 Pincher Street, Union City, Georgia, 30291 at around 3:22 p.m. The victim in this case is Desiree Ashley. That's Desiree, DESIREE, Ashley, ASHLEI. Ms. Ashley is the other person living in the same household. In this case, Your Honor, the defendant pushed Ms. Ashley into a wall, and the record does indicate that Ms. Ashley was choked. In accordance with what pretrial has stated, this defendant does have a history out of Henry County for 2 charges for simple battery family violence, for which this defendant received 12 months probation. The state is particularly concerned about the risk of reoffending since this defendant has previously been arrested for simple battery family violence. And we have a concern about intimidation of the witness due to the fact that they live in the same household. And I have been in contact with the Henry County Superior Court. I'm trying to secure the names of the victims in those other simple battery family violence cases. And I haven't heard back from them yet. However, it's for these reasons that the state is requesting a bond amount of $3,000 surety and stay away from the incident location. No further contact with the victim, Ms. Desiree Ashley. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons. And if necessary, if Your Honor sees fit, 1-day anger awareness.
Can you spell the stay away address for me, please?
The stay away address is 4432 Pincher, that's PINSCHER Street, Union City, 30291.
Thank you, Ms. Duncan. And
Your
who is?
Honor, the victims are listed in the GCIC. There are 3 separate names. Would you like the victims' names?
Are any of them Desiree Ashley?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Ms. Harrison. And who is Ms. Ashley to Ms. Robinson?
Person living in the same household, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Ms. Gamp.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Thank you. Ms. Demario Robinson is 29 years old. She has been in the Atlanta area for 4 years. She has informed me that she no longer lives at that address. So at this time, we are unopposed to a stay away. However, I am requesting a one-time law enforcement escort. Ms. Robinson informed me that she was at that particular residence to retrieve the rest of her belongings. She denies the allegations, and she states that initially she was attacked. Therefore, we are requesting a no contact order. We're unopposed to that. Ms. Robinson states that she is unable to contribute more than $1,000 toward bond, and that is with the help of family members. She completed college. She has been in, she's majoring in operations management, and currently she's employed at Vet Secure in America. She has been working as a security guard for the past 6 months. I was able to contact her family member who is able to, a friend of hers who's able to assist with bond. With regard to reoffending, I acknowledge my client's history, but these are different facts, and my client again denies the allegations. Furthermore, we did not hear about any probation violations or any FTAs. Therefore, I am requesting a signature bond, and if your honor is not so inclined to grant one, then a bond of no more than $1,000. Thank you.
So it's going to be $1,000 good bond. No further contact with Desiree Ashley. Stay away from the 4432 Pinterest Street address. She can go back to that address on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings that she might have there, drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Right.
Good luck to you, Ms. Robinson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who do we have next?
Next, we have Jetta Whitney.
That's position number 6. Good afternoon, Ms. Whitney. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Ms. Whitney, you've been charged in case 22 CR 000056J with battery, family violence, and simple assault. Is there a history, Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, no prior history. She does meet the criteria for UJR with pretrial, and she also was recommended for wraparound.
Thank you. Mr. Long?
Thank you, Your Honor. This stems from January 4th of this year. It occurred at 4301 Jefferson Court, apartment 4301, Alpharetta. That's the Windward Place Apartments. This is the joint residence of the defendant and Robert Wiley. The relationship is that they resided together for 3 months. They were formerly in a romantic relationship that had recently broken up. In the incident, the defendant struck Robert Wiley with open hands, scratching his face, neck, and back, causing visible and bleeding lacerations. That's count 1. And then for count 2, she also threw a wine bottle, several glasses, and a full can of beer at Mr. Wiley. We have had contact with Mr. Wiley in the case. He has indicated that he wants no violent contact, is not in fear, and that the defendant had too much to drink that evening and nothing like this had happened before. The state's recommendation, currently it's set at no bond. The state's recommendation is $1,500 surety, no further contact with Robert Wiley, stay away from 4301 Jefferson Court, 1 day anger awareness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and random urine screens. The basis for our recommendation is that we have concerns about the potential for repeat violence, primarily due to the violent nature of the incident itself, in her attacking the sensitive areas of Mr. Wiley's body, such as his face and neck, as well as a concern of what might have happened by throwing glass in a full beer can at Mr. Wiley. So for those reasons, we're asking for a $1,500 surety. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Gant.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Jetta Whitney is 25 years old. She has been in the Atlanta area for 2.5 years. She has family here. At this time, she states that her father and she are on the lease and that Mr. Wiley is not on the lease at that residence. Therefore, we are opposed to the stay away order. Ms. Whitney completed high school. She's currently a college student. She is studying general studies with a specialization in special education. She is set to graduate in May of this year, and after that, she plans on enrolling in a master's program, and ultimately she would like to become a board certified behavior analyst. She's currently employed at Proud Moments ADA. She has been in that position since November of 2021. She has been in the field for 2 years, and she's currently employed as a lead registered behavior analyst. Regarding the allegations, she disputes them, and we are I had a chance to speak to Mr. Wiley, who again reinforced his wishes regarding no violent contact. Therefore, I am asking that Your Honor order a no violent contact order. And again, we are opposed to the stay away order. We are opposed to any random urine screens at this time. That is premature. And furthermore, I am requesting a signature bond on behalf of Ms. Whitney in light of her negative prior criminal history. And if Your Honor is not so inclined, then a bond of no more than $200. Thank you.
Mr. Wiley, I see you there. If you would like to address the court, I'll need for you to unmute yourself and I'll have to swear you in. That's something that you'd like to do.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out how to unmute.
That's fine.
No, I.
Hold on. Raise
I'm
your
sorry,
right hand.
sir.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you. What would you like to tell the court?
I do agree with the missus that just spoke. This is the first time something like this has ever happened. Miss Whitney is an incredible human being. I do believe she did have too much to drink that night, but we have never had issues like this. I'm not afraid of her. She's more than welcome back in the home. It's just, I'm fine with it. You know, it's, I think what the missus had suggested would be fine. But I don't want to no contact. She can contact me anytime. I'm not in fear of her, anything like that, sir.
All right. And do you both live together at the 4301 Jefferson Court address?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Wiley. Anything further,
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Paul? Ms. Gant?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. For the battery family violence, it's going to be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial. For the simple assault, it's going to be a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial, which makes it a total of a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial. 1-day anger awareness class, no further violent contact with Robert Wiley, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Whitney.
Thank you.
Great,
You're
thank
welcome.
you, Your Honor.
Also, Mr. Wiley.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Who do we have next?
Next, we have Mr. Maya, the interpreter case.
Okay. So we don't already have a bond on these charges, Ms. Duncan? I mean, it's driving without a valid license and failure to obey a stop sign.
No, Your Honor.
And the state is opposing a signature bond on these?
Yes, Your Honor, if the state could be heard.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify before we move forward.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Maya. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court expedited accusation calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Buenas tardes, señor Maya. Yo soy el juez que está liderando esta reunión y en la lista de causas de trámite rápido del Estado, y estamos llevando esta teleaudiencia para prevenir el contagio del virus. ¿Está de acuerdo con que llevemos su caso adelante de este modo?
Está bien.
That's fine.
You've been charged in case 22CR000054Y was driving without a valid license and failure to obey a stop sign.
Señor, usted en el caso 22CR000054Y tiene dos cargos, uno por manejar sin licencia y otro por incumplimiento al no detenerse en una señal de pare.
Sí.
Yes.
Ms. Harrison, is there a history?
Your
¿Hay
Honor,
antecedentes?
7 cycles, last arrest, September of 2019 for illegal entry. That was a conviction. Record indicates 2 failure to appear. A 2009 driving without a valid license.
Existen 7 ciclos. El último arresto fue en septiembre del 2019 por entrada, allanamiento de morada y hubo una sentencia. También indican los antecedentes que no hubieron incomparecencias y también en el 2009 otro cargo de manejar sin licencia.
Record also indicates 3 holds from one in Gainesville, Jefferson, and Lawrenceville, all in Georgia. Nothing further.
Excuse me, madam, is Gainesville, Jefferson, and the third one?
Gainesville, Georgia, Jefferson, Georgia, and Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Thank you. También tiene 3 detenciones, una en Gainesville, Georgia, una en Jefferson, Georgia, y otra en Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Sí, pero de Gainesville y Jefferson, eso yo pagué.
Mr. Mayor, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you.
Señor Maya, usted tiene el derecho a guardar silencio. Todo lo que diga puede usarse en su contra.
Ajá.
Ajá.
Ms. Duncan?
Yes, Your Honor, this incident took place on January 4th, 2022 on Clubhouse Drive around 3:11 p.m. The defendant drove through a stop sign without stopping, and when asked by police officers to provide his licensure, he informed the officers that he did not have a license. He gave his name and birth date.
Ms. Duncan, be mindful that we have an interpreter.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sí, su señoría, este incidente ocurrió el 4 de enero del 2022 en el Clubhouse Drive, más o menos a las 3:11 de la tarde, y el acusado manejó sin detenerse en la señal de pare. Y después, cuando los oficiales hablaron con él o le pidieron su licencia, él les informó que no tenía una. Él dio su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento.
Así es.
In this
That's
case, the defendant, after the officers checked the record, it came back that the defendant had 3 warrants.
En este caso, cuando los oficiales chequearon los antecedentes del acusado, el resultado dio que tenía otras órdenes de arresto.
From Hall County, Gwinnett County, and Razzleton Police Department.
Uno era del condado de Paul, Gwinnett, y el tercero, what was the third one? I'm sorry, madam.
Razzleton.
Razzleton, thank you. Y el tercero de Razzleton.
For failure to appear on driving without a license.
Por no comparecer ante el cargo de manejar sin licencia.
The defendant in this case advised police officers that he had been living in Georgia for 25 years.
El acusado en este caso le informó a la policía que había vivido en Georgia por 25 años ya.
And had never got a license.
Y que nunca obtuvo una licencia de conducir.
The state is requesting a bond amount of $2,000 surety.
La fiscalía pide que se imponga una fianza bajo garantía de $2,000.
And no driving.
Y que no vuelva a conducir.
The state is aware that this bond amount is high.
Y también la fiscalía está consciente que esta fianza es alta.
But the state has a particular concern for the risk of reoffending.
Pero la fiscalía tiene una preocupación de que este acusado vuelva a cometer la misma infracción.
The defendant has an extensive history of driving offenses.
Este acusado tiene antecedentes, un registro de tránsito con antecedentes de incumplimiento de varias o muchas infracciones.
In addition to what pretrial stated, the defendant also has a conviction.
Y también, como estableció el servicio previos al juicio, este acusado tiene también, se le ha aplicado ya una sentencia.
for driving without a valid license out of Banks County,
y por manejar sin licencia en el condado de Banks,
which resulted in a bond forfeiture
lo que resultó en una confiscación de fianza
in March of 2017,
en el 20 de marzo del 2017.
and a lot of this defendant's history is surrounding alien admissibility,
Can you repeat that?
and a lot of this defendant's history is surrounding alien admissibility.
Y también todos estos cargos están relacionados con la falta de documentación.
This defendant was arrested for driving without a valid license in 2012 in Suwannee.
También en el 2012, este acusado fue arrestado por conducir sin una licencia válida.
Driving while license suspended or revoked in Hall County in August of 2020.
Y también por manejar sin licencia o con una licencia revocada en agosto del 2020.
And this defendant was arrested for homicide by vehicle in the second degree in 2003.
Y también fue arrestado por homicidio vehicular en el segundo grado en el 2003.
The state is concerned about this defendant being a flight risk,
y entonces la fiscalía tiene la preocupación de que este acusado sea un riesgo de fuga.
As pretrial stated,
como lo dijo en los servicios previos al juicio,
this defendant is wanted for failure to appear out of Gainesville.
Este acusado se lo busca por incomparecencia en Gainesville
from June 2021
desde junio del 2021
and failure to appear out of Lawrenceville in 2018.
Y también por no comparecer en Gainesville en el 2018.
It's due to the history and the record as indicated.
Como todos los antecedentes de su registro indican,
that the state is requesting the $2,000 surety.
La fiscalía requiere que se le aplique una fianza de $2,000 de garantía.
And no driving.
Y que no vuelva a conducir.
How's that broken down, Ms. Duncan? The 2,000?
$1,000 per charge.
Are you going to let him know that, Madam Interpreter?
Yes, I'm sorry. ¿Cuánto es en realidad por cada cargo? Serán entonces $1,000 por cargo.
Thank you. Ms.
You're
Thomas?
welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Maya expressed that his dilemma as far as obtaining his driver's license is that he has been unable to get his Social Security card.
Gracias, señoría. El señor Maya expresó que el dilema que tiene se relaciona a no poder obtener una licencia debido a que él no tiene una tarjeta de seguro social.
Mr. Maya expressed that he now understands the severity and the consequences if he does not obtain his driver's license.
Y el señor Maya también expresó que ahora él entiende la severidad o la seriedad de las consecuencias que puede causar que le puede causar a él el no obtener una licencia para conducir ahora.
He is 44 years of age and he has been a Georgia resident for the past 27 years.
Él tiene 44 años y ha sido un residente del estado de Georgia durante los últimos 27 años.
He is the primary provider for his wife and children.
Y él es el proveedor primario para su esposa e hijos.
And he has been working in construction for the past 5 years in Alpharetta.
Y él ha trabajado en la construcción durante los últimos 5 años en Alpharetta.
We are asking for a signature bond to be, so that he can be released to his holds.
Estamos pidiendo para él una fianza bajo firma para que él pueda regresar y poder tratar esas otras detenciones.
Or in the alternative, a bond no more than 1,000.
O otra alternativa de que no le otorgue una fianza más de $1,000.
Nothing further.
Nada más.
All right, well, I'm going to go along with the state's recommendation, $1,000 good bond for each charge.
Se le otorga una fianza de $1,000 por cada cargo, de acuerdo a la recomendación antes mencionada de la Fiscalía.
And it goes without saying that he's not to be driving, given that he doesn't have a valid driver's license.
Y eso sin decir que no debe volver a manejar sin una licencia para conducir válida.
Good luck to you, Mr. Meyer.
Thank you.
Buena suerte, señor Mayer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Excuse me, Your Honor. May I ask a question? I was here also for Ms. Gonzalez, Miriam Gonzalez.
That's another reset until tomorrow, Madam Interpreter. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure I can be here tomorrow, so you're probably gonna have to put a request.
Okay,
Yes, I could put in the request or send an update to Mr. Jordan as far as where we're at with Ms. Gonzalez, so that, you know,
Okay.
Madam Interpreter is not coming
I
back.
will email Mr. Michael Jordan too.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Do the same. Who do we have next?
Yeah, Mr. Posey, got what number he is.
He's position number 4. Good afternoon, Mr. Posey. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
God bless you, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Mr. Posey. You've been charged in case 22 CR 00055F with simple battery. Is there a history, Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, GCIC indicates 97 cycles. Last arrest, September of 2021, simple assault and disorderly conduct in Clayton County. That was a conviction. He was sentenced December of 2021 with 12 months suspended. Record also indicates the defendant is currently on probation in Fulton County for theft by shoplifting.
I'm not on
18
probation. I'm not on.
Mr.
Mr. Posey, your lawyer is going to get the opportunity to speak for you and clarify things, okay? So right now, I need for you to be respectful of everyone that speaks.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, thank you, Mr. Posey. I'm sorry, Ms. Harrison, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Case number 18 SC 159227, sentenced August of 2018, 4 years probation. Additional probation for theft by shoplifting, 18 SC 157263, sentenced August of 2018, 4 years probation. Additional open probation for terroristic threats, case 19 SC 165164, sentenced February of 2020, 1 year confinement, 2 years probation. Record indicates the defendant has 3 failure to appear, 6 violations of probation within the past 10 years. His misdemeanor conviction within the past 10 years, 2020 is a simple battery reduced from armed robbery. The armed robbery was no pros. 2018 criminal trespass and a 2015 terroristic threats and act and criminal trespass, 2 counts. Nothing further to add.
Thank you, Ms. Harrison. Mr. Long?
Thank you, Your Honor. This incident stems from December 31st of 2021. It occurred at the Texaco located at 635 Lindbergh Drive, Northeast Atlanta. And in this incident, officers responded to Texaco and spoke with a store clerk. His name is MD Saiful Islam Khan. MD is just the letters MD. Saiful is SAIFUL. Islam, common spelling, and Khan is KHAN. Mr. Khan stated that he had confronted the defendant because the defendant was attempting to steal wine, beer, and food. Mr. Khan then took the items back from the defendant, whereupon the defendant became irate and put his hand at the neck of Mr. Khan and struck Mr. Khan in the neck with his bare hands. Defendant was also yelling racial obscenities and threats at Mr. Khan that he would kill him. The state's recommendation in this case, currently it's set at no bond. The state's recommendation is $10,000 surety. No further contact with the victim, MD Saiful Islam Khan. Stay away from Texaco at the 635 Lindbergh Drive, Northeast Atlanta address. No weapons, drugs, or alcohol or firearms. And an MHET. The basis for the state's recommendation is given the 97 local cycles with history back to 1983. There are numerous theft and trespass convictions, but he also has 8 prior terroristic threat convictions, 4 prior battery convictions, 3 prior assault convictions. And in 2004, he was sentenced to a 10-year prison sentence on 2 separate robbery cases concurrently. In addition to all of the probation issues he's got going on, as well as the recent September 2021 simple assault, which occurred at MARTA. He was sentenced and got out 11 days prior to this incident from that case. We believe that he's potentially a flight risk due to the FTAs, and this is potentially a threat to Mr. Khan himself in this case. Mr. Khan did indicate to law enforcement that this is not the first run-in with this defendant, and the state would be concerned that the defendant may return to the Texaco and have it out with Mr. Khan. So for all those reasons, we are asking for the surety being set at $10,000. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Michael Posey is 56 years old. He has been in the Atlanta area his entire life. He has family here, along with 3 children, all under the age of 8. He has 2 daughters and 1 son. Therefore, he has community ties. He has completed 2 years of college, and he has been gainfully employed at Dunkin' Donuts as an assistant manager for the past 8 years. He has that job and is seeking to be released so that he may return to continue to take care of his children. He denies these allegations. In fact, he states that he was assaulted initially and that he has a mark on his head as a result of being hit in the head. As we heard from Mr. Posey, he denies being on probation. At this time, we are unopposed to a no further contact and stay away orders. I am opposed to the MHET, although I acknowledge my client's history. I have no concerns whatsoever regarding his competency. Furthermore, many of the offenses are unrelated to what's before this court now. Furthermore, Mr. Posey has, again, he denies these allegations. Therefore, I am requesting a signature bond. If Your Honor is not inclined to grant one, then the lowest bond possible, as Mr. Posey states that he is unable to pay anything toward bond. He provided the names of his brother along with a friend, and I reached out to both and have not been able to confirm any contributions on their behalf. So therefore, again, Your Honor, I am asking for a signature bond, or in the alternative, the lowest bond amount possible. Thank you.
All right, so it's going to be a $2,000 good bond. No further contact with Mr. Khan. Stay away from the Texaco at 635 Lindbergh Drive. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck, Mr. Posey.
When do I go back to court?
Your next court date will be before me on January 18th.
January 18th?
Yes.
Can I dispose to this then? Can I take care of the whole thing then?
You'll be assigned an attorney at that time, Mr. Posey, and they'll be able to advocate for you on your behalf, okay?
On a plea?
if that's what you desire, sir.
All right, thank you.
Right.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Findling, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Were we able to deal with Mr. Wright?
Judge Morrow, we did not have any luck. Our social worker did talk to him. She had trouble getting an address from him, plus the quarantine lockdown that's at the jail. She said she was having trouble with the phones. So I did talk to Mr. Howard, and he said for us to move forward, and we hope to have him set up with Gateway by the SAP calendar.
Okay. So we're done with courtroom 2, right? At this point, we don't need Mr. Wright, and he's in quarantine still. Is that right?
Yeah, we got Mr. Howard in the courtroom. How did you get his sweatshirt?
Who do we have?
We got Mr. Howard in the courtroom. We going on this one? Okay, we good, we good. Never mind, I'm sorry. Mr. Finley,
Yes.
you call Mr. Howard and 22391.
Sorry, can you say it one more time?
Call Mr. Derek Howard at 22391.
You just want to do a breakout room? Because we're at the end of the calendar. This is the last case. So if you all just want to talk in a breakout room, that's fine with me. And then we can go over the calendar while you all do that.
Okay. Yeah,
Whatever's easier. I mean, whatever's easier for you.
So to call him, what do I press on my phone?
22391.
Just 22391.
Ms. Champion, are we, you want to just go over the calendar now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, why don't we do that?
Position number 1, $1,000 good bond reset to the SAP 118. Position number 2 is reset to the C calendar 16. Position number 3 is a total of a $2,000 good bond reset to the SAP 118. Position number 4 is a $2,000 good bond reset to the SAP 118. Position number 5, a $1,000 good bond reset to the SAP 118. Position number 6 is a total of a $3,000 good bond reset further notice. And position number 7 will hold it.
Position 6 was pretrial, correct?
Yes, that's what I have.
That's correct.
Okay, any other questions? All right, we will be in recess until Mr. Finley comes back with Mr. Howard. Okay. So, Mr. Finley, what's the request for Mr. Wright?
Yes, Judge Morrow, we are asking for a signature bond. Mr. Howard did just speak with them, finally got in contact with him, and he did agree to Gateway. So we would be asking for a signature bond as well as assistance with transportation to Gateway for temporary housing.
And Mr. Long, what was the state's request as far as bond goes?
I believe Ms. Mitchell had the case yesterday.
Oh,
And
okay.
our recommendation is still going to be a $2,000 total surety bond, 1,000 each count, stay away from all MARTAs, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol. And the reason is that he had returned to the same MARTA station the same evening he had been trespassed, not even 2 hours later. He also had just gotten a prior trespass out of Richmond County, where it appeared it was from September, or I'm sorry, it was a 2019 incident, but he was sentenced in 2021, September. And it looked like to me that he may still be on probation from that case. He had gotten 8 months of probation on September 29th, 2021, when he had picked up this one. He also had 2 prior failures to appear from 2020 and 2021. So for those reasons, we were asking for a surety bond.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Long. Given that he's got a place at Gateway, it's going to be $1,000 signature bond on each count through the jail, which makes a $2,000 signature bond through the jail. Stay away from MARTA and transport once out of custody to Gateway. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Finley?
That's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, thank you, everyone. I think that completes today's calendar, and we will see you next time, unless there's some questions or concerns.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good evening.
Mr. Finley, are you going to be? Thank you. Are you going to be doing the transport order?
Yes, I can do the transport order.
Okay, and if you can get that to April Champion, she'll get it to me.
Okay, perfect. All
All
right.
right.
We'll do. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Y'all take care.
You as well.